What's up, everybody, and welcome to the channel. My name is Steve Sterlacci, and today we're going to be talking about recording electric guitars. Particularly, we're going to be talking about why you should be pairing a ribbon microphone with your trusty SM57. And the ribbon mic we're going to be talking about is this Royer R10 Hotrod. And I wanted to focus on this for the ribbon mic because it's a little bit more budget friendly than the industry standard R121 ribbon mic that you see in every studio ever. Typically, the go-to combination is a SM57 and a Royer 121 ribbon mic. So adding in the Royer R10 Hotrod, what you can expect is a nice pillow of low end and goodness that is going to be centered around the 57. For today's example, I'm going to be using this Blackstar St. James cabinet. Typically, when you're miking up your amp, you want to be able to see through this grill cloth and really be able to see where the speaker is. So the best way to do that is just take a flashlight on your phone and just put it right on the grill. So the center of the cone is up here. So I want to move my mic, bring this up a little bit so that I'm about parallel or vertically even with the center of the cone. And you'll see that you have the dust cap, the center of the speaker. Me personally, I think the 57 gets really bright when you're on the edge of the cone and the paper. So I tend to nowadays just move it slightly off it, not a lot, but as you can see in the diagram, just instead of being slightly on, which is kind of the standard way to place it, I like to just go a little bit off of it so it's a little bit warmer sounding. And now we are going to add in the Royer. I'm lining up the edge of the cap on the 57 here with the center of this on the Royer. The Royer is going to pick up more of that body and that mid-range and that big fluffiness. I don't mind it as much in the center because it's not going to accentuate the highs as much as the 57 will. First, I'm going to be going through my 63 Bassman, and then we'll run through, this is my Soldano SLO30. So we get a more aggressive rock sound, and we're going to get a nice edge of breakup from the 63 Bassman. You also want to make sure that you're going through some nice mic preamps. This is a WA273 EQ, and I've got them each going their own channels. I've got the EQ set flat so that we could hear just a raw, unprocessed audio. So here's a little bit better look at what the final product is. And I want to take a second to thank my friends at Sweetwater for sending out this R10 for this video, and they're sponsoring the video. Check the links below if you want to check out any of the gear used in the video, and let's get to hearing what this sounds like. All right, so the first thing you want to do once you're all set up here, I've got everything run into my DAW here. I've got two tracks, one with the R10, one with the 57. I'm just going to record a little bit of, me playing, and then I'm going to listen back and mess with the blend a little bit. So let's see what we wind up with here. Now we'll go middle position here. All right, so now I've got the Soldano wired in, and let's hear what we get difference-wise when we go to a higher gain, more saturated amp. I think we're going to want to favor the 57 because it's got more of that that top-end clarity, and the R10 is just going to kind of serve as some extra body if we need it, but who knows? Let's see what happens when we plug this. Let's do it. Yeah, so I do think in this blend, I like the 57. If you listen to this without the Royer, it sounds super fizzy, which can work really great in a mix. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Fizzy and harsh isn't it's not a bad term in this context, especially when you're working with a higher gain amp. It's kind of nice having that. It's going to push right through the mix. But I have the R10 brought way down because as you increase the volume of the R10, now you're getting a little bit boomy and a little bit too much low end, but without it, it's definitely lacking something. So when you hear the 57 on its own, there is going to be a huge difference when you start adding in that little bit of body from the R10, and it could definitely get overwhelming as you turn it up even more and more. So it's important to take what we're doing here, make it your own sound, mess around with different mic placements, find out what works best for you and what works best for the song that you're playing. Consider all these things and don't take any of this as the be-all, end-all of your guitar recording journey. All right, and that does it for this video on incorporating a ribbon mic into your normal 57 guitar recording workflow. So let me know what you think in the comments, and if you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.